Their footsteps sounded slow but meaningful, echoing in the long hallway of the airport that began to quiet. Park Jimin and John Jungkook walked side by side, their suitcases smoothly rolling on the shiny floor, marking the last seconds of their journey in Japan. No words were said at that moment, just a brief look, a small smile, and a breath that seemed to hold something bigger than just a temporary farewell. That day was not just a day of return. It was the end of a chapter that was quietly full of simple moments that might not have been fully captured by the camera, but felt real to both of them. From busy mornings to silent nights, Japan has witnessed their togetherness in such a personal way. And now, they all converge at one point: the departure gate. Some eyewitnesses at the airport noticed their presence, but the atmosphere remained relatively calm. There were no big crowds, no excessive hustle and bustle, just a few respectful glances from people who realized who they were looking at. John Jungkook appeared to be wearing a casual, dark hoodie with a hat that slightly covered his face, while Park Jimin appeared in his trademark neat, but still simple style. Both looked tired, but not empty tired, but rather meaningfully tired, like someone who has just finished something important. As they approached the final check-in area before boarding, their pace slowed down, not because of doubt, but as if to extend the time. Japan, with all the memories created in it, is slowly becoming the setting they will leave behind. There was something invisible, yet palpable, an emotional silence that only the two of them could understand. A few moments earlier, they had sat in the waiting area, sharing a light conversation that might sound familiar to others, but had profound meaning to them. A small laugh was heard every now and then, accompanied by long pauses, as if each was immersed in his own thoughts. There is no need to fill every second with words. The presence of each other is enough. This trip, although it looks simple on the surface, actually saves a lot of layers. For Park Jimin, this is a time to reflect on himself, to step away for a moment from the spotlight that never goes out. For John Jungkook, it's a chance to feel a little freedom, a moment where he can be himself without the pressure of expectation that always follows him. But now, all of that has to be left behind, at least for a while. Boarding calls began to sound, softly but firmly, reminding that time would not wait. They stood up, took each other's suitcases, and walked towards the gate with more definite steps. No more delays. At that point, something changed. Not in the way they walk, but in the aura they carry. If earlier their steps were weighed down by memories, now some kind of calm has appeared. It is as if they have accepted that every journey, as beautiful as it is, must have an end. And the most important thing is not how the journey ends, but how they live it. As they handed over the tickets and passed through the last gate, the world behind them slowly closed. Japan, with all its stories, is now a part of the past that they will always remember. But at the same time, a new journey was waiting ahead. A few seconds before completely disappearing from view, John Jungkook had time to look back, just for a moment. It wasn't clear what he was thinking at the time, but his expression showed something deep, a mixture of gratitude, longing, and perhaps a little regret that time seemed so fleeting. Beside him, Park Jimin just smiled a little, as if understanding without the need to ask. And then, they stepped in, the door closed, and the story was officially over. Or perhaps it had just begun in a different form. Inside the plane, as they sat in their respective seats, the outside world felt more and more distant. The cabin lights dimmed, engine noises began to be heard, and the plane slowly moved towards the runway. Not many conversations happened, only comfortable silence, in which each is immersed in his own thoughts. Perhaps they look back on every moment that has happened. Night walks, long conversations, unplanned laughter, and the silence that feels most meaningful. Japan is not just a place they visit, but a space where they can take a break from a constantly fast-moving world. When the planes finally take off, leaving Japanese soil beneath them, something feels different. Not loss, but transformation. They didn't really leave anything behind. They took everything with them, in the form of memories that will continue to live on. And above the clouds, among the vast and boundless sky, Park Jimin and John Jungkook continue their journey, not just towards Korea, but towards the next chapter of their ever-evolving lives. Because in the end, every last step is not the real end. That's just the beginning of a new story, a teen altitude that is getting further away from the Japanese mainland. The aircraft cabin becomes a small space that feels so calm, almost like a world apart from all the hustle and bustle down there. Park Jimin leaned his head back slowly, his eyes closed for a moment, instead of completely falling asleep, more like giving his mind room to breathe. Beside him, Jimin Jungkook gazed out the window, noticing the expanse of clouds that looked like an endless sea of white. There are no long conversations, just small moments that feel honest. Every now and then, Jimin Jungkook sighed deeply, then smiled faintly, as if he had just remembered something warm. While Park Jimin opened his eyes slowly and turned his head, catching that expression without needing to ask anything. There is an understanding that needs no explanation, a bond that has already been formed from a long time and countless experiences. The stewardess walks slowly down the aisle, offering drinks in a soft voice that does not disturb the atmosphere. The two of them made a simple choice, then sank back into each other's silence. Yet that silence is not distance, quite the contrary. It is a form of comfort that can only be felt when two people truly understand each other. Outside the window, the sky began to change color. The slowly slanting sunlight creates such calm gradations of gold and blue. The moment felt like a pause between two worlds, the past they had just left behind and the future that was already waiting ahead. For Park Jimin, this journey will probably always be remembered as one of the most honest moments of his life, a time when he could laugh carefree, talk without pressure, and just be himself. And for Jimin Jungkook, it's a reminder that in the midst of all the hustle and bustle and expectations, there is still a small space in this world where he can feel completely free. Some time later, Jimin Jungkook finally closed his eyes, letting himself rest. Meanwhile, Park Jimin looked out the window again, but this time with a calmer expression. There is no longer any doubt or visible burden, only the calm that comes after accepting everything as it is. The plane continued to accelerate, splitting the slowly coming night sky. And among the silence that enveloped the cabin, their journey continued, no longer about parting, but about what they will face together after this.